Hey everyone, and welcome back to Glow by Gigi. So today I'm doing a highly requested video because I know you guys are really in quarantine. I know most of you have not had a lash appointment in quite some time. So I've been getting a lot of requests how to put on false lashes. So today I'm here to address all that and show you step by step how it's like my own method of how I put on my falsies. Today I'm going to be using the Sephora Collection X House of Lashes lashes in the shade or the style Yvette. So those are the lashes. I like these for like a nice everyday look. They're nice and wispy but not too much volume for the day. It's just like I find it's just enough to still look natural but still look like you do have some lash extensions. So yeah, so first things first, you take your lashes out of your box. Then I start with whatever side you feel comfortable with. Ideally, you want to have your eyes prepped. Now, if you don't want to put any liner on before, that's completely up to you. If you're not a liner person, then you can definitely put them on without liner. I would recommend always going with a little thin line of liner, or it could be a little bit of dark shadow, just to sort of hide the lash band, because each lash has a lash band, which is where you put on the glue and put it onto your lash line. So you do want a little bit of liner, or at least something to sort of conceal that band, so it looks a little more seamless and natural. So in order to apply your lashes, you're gonna need, one is a lash curler. I also have some in stock in case you guys are interested. You'll also need a tweezer or a lash specific tweezer. Now the difference between the one I have right here, and regular tweezers is that it does have like a little curved tip. And this just allows for when you're putting your lash on, you can sort of press it and it fits to your sort of lash or eyelid. Regular tweezers work just fine if you don't, if you don't want to be all fancy. First things first, I like to just curl my lashes. And the reason I like to do this first, because you can't do it when your lash is already on, right? So just curling my lashes. Okay, so I've taken the right lash out of the little package here. Just be careful to be always a little gentle when you are taking it out of the package, because it is already slightly glued onto the little plastic piece. So sometimes you might tear the lash. So just be, I have done that myself, and I've teared the lash, and then it's not so nice. Before I even go and put glue on the lash, what I do first is I like to measure the lash. I want to make sure that this lash is, it's fitting my eye. Because not all eyes are created equal. Like, it's made to be customizable, is what I'm saying. Here, close and personal here. You don't ever want your lash to be here. Like, do you know what I mean? Like right at the start of your eye. Because naturally, your smallest lash, your real long lashes don't really start until right about here. Do you know what I mean? You always have this little area that's like the really tiny baby lashes. So you never want to put your, especially if you have this one, see this lash over here, you see how we have the long little pieces starting and they sort of gradually get bigger. So you don't want that to start all the way up at the front here. You really want to look like a natural, and see where I've actually done my liner. That's where I want to place the lash band. So I sort of like to measure and see that it fits properly. So it doesn't even have glue on it. It really just has a little glue that they put to stick it onto the package. And then I'm just putting it on there. So already, oh wow, see, it's like it's glued on already. So you see how easy that was? I just placed that on. It has literally no glue on it. I'm literally just placing that where I would like it to be. I'm closing my eye and opening. Now, not all lashes you might be able to do this if the glue that they glued the package on wasn't as tough as this one. This one's pretty sticky. When you close your eyes, you don't want that to hit in there, especially when you get into those big, huge volume ones. Yeah, that gets really annoying. So anyways, now I've measured, I realized I don't actually need to cut this lash. So if this lash were to actually be longer and be sitting right over here, then I would have to cut the end off. So you always cut from the end. Don't ever cut from the start of the lash. Cut from the end. Unless the start has a little piece of plastic that bugs you, which this one does, and I'm gonna cut that off. Nice, look. I already teared, see the glue was so strong, I teared out some liner, and not to worry because the lash is gonna go on top of that, so don't even sweat it. And that's the beauty about putting lashes on, is that you're gonna put them on, get them all nice and comfortable, and then you can always go back on top with liner, okay? So don't even sweat this. Like before I would have been like, oh my god, my liner. Beginners, I would probably recommend that you don't start with liner, that you just start by practicing putting the lash on your lash line and then going over with liner. So that way, that's the most easiest way. But this is more, you know, more advanced, so that we can start this way. And you could practice it this way. Lash glue, and I'm gonna put it all over the band. Sorry, not all over, literally draw a thin line just over the band. I'm making sure not to touch the actual lash hairs. It's nice and all over the lash band. So lash glue does get a little bit tacky, that's what makes it stick on. So you don't want to put it on immediately, like right after you just put that on the lash. You want to let it like sort of set a bit so that it can actually be sticky and stick onto your lash. So this is just a tip. If you are using the same tweezers all the time to put on your lashes, you'll find over time that they will build up with some lash glue and then become really sticky. So just keep in mind to clean them always, because I've had so many times where I'm sticking down a lash and then of course the tweezer does not let go of the lash because it has residual glue. So I try to make sure that doesn't happen, so that I don't go through this process of sticking and unsticking a lash. Anyways, you want to slightly look down. Middle is where you want the lash to settle, and then you want to stick I usually start with the outer corner and then I stick down the inner corner. Then you're gonna take your tweezers or your you know, lash tweezers, and you're gonna just press your natural lashes together with the false lashes. Finish off and just clean up the lash line. I just went over with my Hank & Henry felt tip liner, and I'm just going over the lash band and the lash line just to make sure that it's nice and very, very matte black, and so that I conceal the lash line perfectly. See? To conceal it even further, I just went in with a little bit of liner and really brought that black liner all the way down to my inner corner. And that just makes it for a nice, you know, all over look. So you see, lash, no lash. Finish off, I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of mascara just to join the lashes and my own lash and the falsie together. You could do this step first, like put mascara onto your lashes first and then put your lashes on. I like to do it last because I find by going in after with mascara, I really help join both lashes together. If you do it first, then your natural lashes already have mascara, and so it's just you're clumping up further your natural lash. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I like to do this step last, and by doing it, I really join both lashes together. If you guys have any questions regarding any of the products I used today, just hit me down below in the comments, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.